Happy Mother's Day, everyone. I hope you all have the opportunity to reach out to your mothers today, to those who cannot, or for those who are already with the Lord, as is mine, a special remembrance. And rather than I preaching to you on this special day, we have 6 mothers who have volunteered to give us reflections, 3 in English and 3 in Spanish. So with that, I'll hand it over to them. Love you all.
Good morning to all the St. Paul's parishioners and to the mothers who are celebrating Mother's Day on this beautiful Sunday. And thank you to Father Murphy, who has given me the opportunity to record this short video and share to you what being a mother means to me, and most importantly, how having a wonderful mother in my life has helped me in making the choices that I've made as a mother. Obviously, we don't have that perfect guidebook of teaching us how to be a great mother. We do have the wonderful book of the Bible that we can certainly always reach out to and read our Bible and always, follow our scripture. There's wonderful mothers that have always in the scripture have given us much leadership. And for me, I have been blessed with much leadership in my family, with my mother, with my grandmothers, with my beautiful mother-in-law. May she rest in peace. I have been blessed with lots of love, hard work, lots of sacrifice from my mothers and grandmother. And I think being a mother really is about unconditional love. The most important commandment of all is love, and certainly giving much love to our husbands, partners is always very important, but the unconditional love that you have with your children is certainly a different kind of love. The forgiveness that we always give our children is always very important. Our children will never do everything that we ask them to do perfectly, and sometimes we may even give them not so good advice, and as mothers, because we are not perfect. But I think that unconditional forgiveness that our children give us, the unconditional forgiveness we give them, it's just so important. The guidance of having the fellowship of our church, teaching them to how important church is to our families, and how important God is to our families, and most importantly, how important it is for them to have a relationship with God and to always seek that relationship as we would want to have them seek relationships with us, even as they're grown up, that they continue to come visit and spend time with us. So my prayer for my children is that they just continue to seek God and seek His will for their life, and just work hard and give continuous love to their families, and as they move on as adults and become married, that they continuously give that love to them, and just continue the generations that we have learned from our mothers, from our grandmothers, from our great-grandmothers, and just make that love stronger. Every generation make the love stronger, with that unconditional love, with the forgiveness, with the hard work, with the sacrifice. I hope I have given a little bit of that to my children, and I know that they will be much better parents than we have, and then of course their children will be better parents, and so on and so on. It's my hope and my dream, and I pray that all our parishioners spend a wonderful Mother's Day with their mothers, their wives, their, grandmothers, and pray for those who have gone to heaven, and thank God that we had that opportunity to have them in our lives. And I just thank you all, and God bless you all. And
hello, my name is Cynthia Medrano. I am married. My husband and I have two wonderful sons. They no longer live with us, but as a parent, we still miss and worry about them all the time. The biggest influence and inspiration in my life is my 96-year-old mother. I have 6 sisters and 1 brother, and I still remember my mother waking up at 4 in the morning, making sure that breakfast and our sack lunch was ready before we would head out the door to go to school. And with 8 kids to take care of, and that's a lot of prepping to do. My mother showed her love by actions, and even though we wouldn't hear her say, "I love you," we knew that she unconditionally loved all of us. And one by one, we started all leaving home, but she always gave us her blessings. And recently, she had a stroke, and she was put into the retirement home. And due to the pandemic, we are unable to visit her. And so many of us children, each one of us take a day and call up to talk to her at the nursing home, just to let her know that we haven't forgotten her, we missed her, and just to let her know that, we'll go as soon as we can visit. But for now, that'll have to be on hold. And I just hope that my boys know that they are loved unconditionally. And anytime that they come over, I just give them a big hug. And before they leave, I give them my blessings. And hopefully that will be something that they pass on to their kids, and that they never forget that they're always loved. And I hope that I just remember that when my mother would give us her blessings, that she would always tell us, que Dios te bendiga. And so that is why I think she's been an inspiration to all my siblings. And anyway, stay safe. God bless you. And like my mother would say, que Dios los bendiga. Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day. My name is Peggy Bain. Father Murphy has asked me to share some thoughts with you today about Mother's Day. My mother was born and raised in Glasgow, Scotland. Perhaps that is why she had so much wisdom to share with her children, as her family seemed to enjoy giving good advice. And here are a few examples of her advice to me. My mother taught me logic. She said, if you fall off that swing and break your neck, you can't go shopping with me. My mother also taught me how to be an adult. If you don't eat your vegetables, you are never going to grow up. Well, that was frightful because I truly wanted to grow up, so I ate my vegetables. My mother taught me about genetics. You are just like your father. Wow, I thought that was a huge compliment because I dearly love my dad. And my mother taught me about justice. One day you are going to have kids, and I hope they turn out just like you. Then you're going to know what it's like. Well, the day came when I married, and I did have children of my own. I had a son named Michael and a daughter named Megan. My husband Lee and I were thrilled to be parents. When our son reached the age of 12 and our daughter was 7, our life abruptly changed. Michael was diagnosed with bone cancer at the age of 12. Well, we had a 1.5 years of family separation, treatments at MD Anderson, hospital suffering and questioning, but we also experienced a deep growth in trust, friendships, and the nearness of God. We felt his peace, strength, and promises of hope. Following Michael's death, Megan was very isolated from her friends. She experienced psychosomatic problems such as headaches and stomach aches, and would often come and just be holding her chest and saying, "Mommy, my heart really hurts." As a grieving mother, I wanted to find a way to help her with her sadness. After several years of research and study, I realized a program for children in our community was possible. A partnership was formed with Dr. John Richardson and Cook Children's Medical Center. A grief center for children called The Warm Place was created. Now no child would have the pain and isolation of grieving alone. And my goodness, that was over 30 years ago. In closing, I want to share the most profound wisdom from my mother that was taken from a book entitled The Prophet. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you. I believe children are a gift from God, and being a mother is the greatest blessing. It lasts a lifetime.